Yay.
Oh, let me just talk to the audience real quick, Kurt, before I get your insight. I'm offended by that opening statement. Somebody is dead. That prosecuting office has decided to proceed against Karen Reed. And it seems like they have some reasons to suspect her and to try to prove this case against her. And that is the best that they could do. You're talking about somebody being hit by a truck, left to bleed, blood in his brain, dying in the cold snow. And that's how you do your opening statement. And we don't do dramatic effect for the sake of being dramatic. We do it because we want you to remember what we're saying. We want it to have an impact and for you to say, oh, well, if they prove that, this person must be guilty. But I didn't give a damn what he was saying at the end. He was like, brain was bleeding, backed into him. The casing for the light was all over the place. So it's very clear it came from her car. She essentially confessed and he was having an affair. So it must be her. He sounded like he didn't give a damn. Okay, Kurt, go ahead.
He just kept talking in one incredibly unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic so no one could interrupt them. It was really quite hypnotic.
Like that. Let's see what the defense does with their case. Let's go ahead.
Karen Reed was framed.
Yes!
Her car.
Pause!
See what I'm saying?
Hell fucking yeah! That's how you
That's it.
Opening.
That's it. That's
you
it.
will learn that she was racking her brain for what possibly could have happened. And like many of us, was worried about the worst. Did I hit him? Could I have hit him? That was what she was saying.
That did I hit him or I hit him is going to be a major point of contention because for the prosecution, they kind of laid it out as a confession. So this is another way of him giving another version of these bad facts. But I kind of want to go back and say it was very enticing to me how he said there's, the prosecution pointed out this video footage of her leaving, leaving from the residence where O'Keefe's body was found. And he's saying, but what you notice on the video footage is that the taillight's not broken. And we have an in-person human witness who will say that they observed her in the car by herself, hands on 10 and 2, and her taillights were not broken. And then you could see her actually hitting his car. And from my coverage that I was asked to do on, I think it was Law and Crime at one point in time, they, said that the prosecution's theory was that she basically hit his car on purpose in order to cover up that fact. But it becomes less likely now if there's someone to say, I observed her in her car and her taillight was not broken. It's really, really, really well laid out. And it's making me understand the case a lot more. And that's what the prosecution's supposed to do. And they completely failed to do that. Play.
To other people later that morning when she went back to 34th Fairview. She couldn't think of anything else that made sense. She certainly didn't consider in a million years that someone from within the Albert home could have beaten up John and left him to die on the front lawn. Karen didn't know that Jennifer McCabe settled in at 2:27 in the morning on January 29th, 2022, and typed a Google search that she would later delete. 2:27 in the morning was over 3 hours before John O'Keefe's body was found on Brian Albert's lawn. It was over 3 hours before anyone knew or suspected that John O'Keefe was missing or hurt or in trouble. And at 2:27 in the morning, you will learn that with no one watching her, thinking she was alone with her thoughts, not worrying that anyone would know what she was doing, Jennifer McCabe typed in the following Google search: how long to die in the cold? Now, she misspelled the first word, so the actual...
I get it. The prosecution completely confused me about the whole Google search. I thought they were saying that Karen Reed had someone look it up. No, the alternative suspect, McCabe, and the people in that house before the guy is found dead, looks up how long it takes someone to die in the snow and then deletes it. And they were trying to get ahead of their bad facts by saying, oh, he had already been like, the time is wrong or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They are the prosecution is challenging the Celebrite data.
Yeah, which is hilarious. Which is absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
Can I just conclude that before she went to bed, if she went to bed that night, Jennifer McCabe wanted to know just how long it would take for someone to die in the cold.
Why did they bring this case?
That's a really good question, isn't it? When the defense lays it all out like this, that's a really good question. I don't know.
On behalf of Karen Reed, I ask that you do two things during this trial.
Okay.
First, I ask that you pay attention to all of the evidence. The way trials work, the prosecution gets to present its case first. They conduct their direct examinations first. So we respectfully ask that you wait for us. We will get to cross-examine their witnesses, and you will find that cross-examination is the key that unlocks the truth.
Yes, it
Wait
is.
for us. You'll be glad that you did. Your only job during this trial is to determine whether the Commonwealth, the prosecution, has proven to you each and every element of the crimes they have charged, beyond a reasonable doubt to a moral certainty. You will reasonably doubt their case because their theory of the case does not make sense. You will reasonably doubt
Again with the you will
their case
echoing
because
back
Karen
earlier.
Reed was framed, and the evidence shows that. We will stand before you again at the end of this trial and ask that you find Karen Reed not guilty.
That was an excellent closing argument. Excellent.
Opening.
For Chad. I want to hear your honest opinion about the defense's opening statement, my dear.
Yeah.
Magic, like Dumbledore getting Harry or some stuff.
I mean, it basically does. It basically did everything right. There's really nothing to complain about. It's an A. The prosecution gets a D-, and I'm being generous.
Yeah. The prosecution gets an F for me.